Well, we've got, now that I'm out from underneath the layout again, we're into the right side section of the layout with this Class A, getting ready to go over a work-in-progress viaduct. Similar, it was inspired by the one at Howard's house. Not as nice as Howard's, but it was inspired by Howard Zane's. And we are further running the freights, and we think we figured out what has been causing the shorts, what has been causing everything to shut down. We think we've gotten to the bottom of it. And as this Class A goes by Point of Rocks, let's take a look and see where the Y6 is. And I'll fill you in on what we think is the culprit of all the misery we've been going through. And the Y6 is heading into Winston, running with no glitches. This engine was weathered by Howard Zane a long time ago when Howard was using his airbrush. And it sneaks by the beautiful train station that Howard built. What a scene. And everything seems to be running okay through this section of the layout. We have a RAM meter monitoring the voltage and the amperage being drawn in each section. We catch the Y as it blows the soot off the top of the stone arch bridge as it heads out of Winston toward the engine house facilities in the backside of Cass. Train greatness. The Class A is climbing up a 3% grade. It's a piece of cake. It's a little steep, but doesn't even slip. And here comes the Class A through Winston. It's been a while since a Class A has visited Winston, and she's going to blow through town. Go ahead and highball out of here, Alex. And folks, if you've been watching the channel, above this viaduct is where the new Howard Zane Grand Hotel is going to be installed. And I'm not going to show it to you yet because it's a dead space waiting for the hotel. In the meantime, let's catch the Y6 as it comes over this viaduct in progress on its way to Cass. As we come through Cass and pass by a Allegheny on the opposite track, we're going to show you what's been the cause of all the misery causing all these issues. Well, folks, while we were standing here and the trains were stalled, this is the left side of the layout, one of the locomotives was stalled dead inside the new section of the city, and Alex had a Class A climbing up this grade, and it was stuck at the top of the hill. And Alex said, wait a minute, I hear something going geek, 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 geek. Electrical shorting sounds.
It's almost, I describe it almost of like a hybrid buzzing, chirping noise when something shorts on an HO layout. And the good thing is when the sound gets killed on your engines and you hear that chirping, buzzing hybrid, you can kind of figure out where
it is.
The problem is. And I said, Al, it's coming back from in front of that power plant back there. Sure enough, Al goes back there, finds a brass tank car, pulls it off, and what you know, it trains start running again. We were running for what, 10, 15 minutes now, not a flinch or hitch anywhere, so go figure.
Let me show you, folks. Now, folks, we thought that it could be any one of these passenger cars. These passenger cars have insulated wheels. These passenger cars have LED lighting. They are not brass passenger cars, but a passenger car shorting out, especially a brass car or a metal car, or any passenger car shorting out on the layout can wreak havoc and shut down an entire section. So we were actually going to start pulling passenger cars off the layout one at a time until the short went away. But then again, I heard the clicking sound, and it sounded like it was coming from a tank car. It sounded like it was coming from one of our mixed freight. So let me show you. Folks, inside this mixed freight, which happened to be sitting on the left side of the layout, I ran my ear down the track, and it stopped at one of the tank cars. Now, these tank cars are plastic tank cars you're looking at. But the tank car that was giving us a hard time was located with these guys. And I pulled it off the train, and for the last 35 minutes, everything has been running like a Swiss watch. Let me show you the culprit. Folks, this is actually a brass passenger car, and a brass tank car, and something on this car was shorting out. Bottom line is, I plucked this car off, and everything's been running flawlessly.
And away we went.
And away we went. And lesson is, if you have a situation like that, the lesson is you're going to have to start removing stuff one at a time until you get to the culprit. Now, I will tell you, over at Howard's house, we had a situation where the John Wilkes was shorting out. And come to find out, two of the brass passenger cars, not one but two, were causing the entire section that train was in to short out.
Yep. And when you take off cars one by one out, it's a painstaking process, but it's necessary. And you find that one car or one engine that's causing the problem, you take it off. Man, you can sleep at night. It's like the sun comes up again, night and day, and all is right with the world again once you find that culprit. And you have your layout back in your possession, and things are running great. So.
Yep. Well, Alex, you're sweating. I'm sweating. I want to thank you for helping me tonight. I hope people learn something. There's always a million different things going on, and we could spend the next 5 hours talking about power shields and dividing the layout into sections and dropping the quarter and shorting the section. But one of the first things you want to look for are locomotives, and then any metal cars, couplers, or any culprits that could be causing a short.
Last tip for the night. Now, another thing you want to look for too is that on these freight cars and locomotives, you have the metal air hoses below the coupler.
Right, on some of them.
And those, you want to bend them up so there's enough clearance so they don't touch the railhead, because if just the smallest piece of air hose touches the rail, that can be an easy culprit for a short too.
Right.
So first thing you check your air hoses and all your rolling stock and your locomotives, then go ahead and check your passenger cars, your freight cars, and your locomotives.
Anything that might be brass or metal.
Yeah.
Hey,
so it was great, Al. Been a while since we've been at Pugsburg, but it was great. And hopefully we do more videos over here now that we got everything back running again.
We hope so. Thanks, folks, for watching. And stay tuned to see the hotel installed that Howard graciously made me. And we're going to do a little bit more running because we've had some problems with a lash up of F units, and we want to see if that is also due to one of the units being a problem or something else. So we'll go through the same on that in a future video. Thanks so much for watching.